I became involved with Cornerstone Montgomery in the year 2000 because I wanted to attend life skills programs and be involved to deal with my mental health problem.
Some of my bullies actually lived in my neighborhood, so it's even tougher. I was trying so hard not to cry, but I couldn't help but cry.
I was kind of just content to let everything fall apart and not care.
Dealing with depression, anxiety, suicidality, homicidality.
Before I went into Cornerstone Montgomery, I was bedridden for an extended period of time due to the depression. I was fighting every day suicidal ideation.
Mental illness can take a lot away from somebody in their life. It can mean that they can't get out of bed in the morning. It can mean that their families won't talk to them anymore. They can't live with their families anymore. It can mean that they become homeless, that they lose their jobs. They really don't have any place to go or stay, and they start feeling hopeless. We have many of our clients who have been told, "You'll never get a job, you have a mental illness." Or they've been told, "You can't live on your own, you have a substance abuse disorder." And we just don't believe that.
We're very lucky here at Cornerstone Montgomery and in Montgomery County in general that we have such a robust vocational program, because most people don't have the option of these services. It's only about 2 to 3%. So the fact that we were able to serve 708 people last year is really huge.
When we're looking for employers, we really start with the consumers that we're working with. The focus should be what jobs they're looking for, and once we know that information, we'll go out into the community and search those employers out.
I was at my farm market stand selling chocolates, and a job coach came up and asked if I would be interested in working with someone with mental health differences. And I said yes, and 6 years later, I think we've had between 15 and 20 employees come through. Some stayed, some got full-time jobs, and it's been a great experience.
So the way we start training people here is everyone starts out with cupping. That's our quality control process, where we check the chocolate, see if it's leaking, and put it in a little paper cup. Our leaky ones go to be samples, and our good ones get boxed up in preparation for packaging.
Most of us know somebody who's been affected by an illness, whether it be a physical ailment or something that is a little bit more invisible. But when we think about the people that are in our lives and the opportunities that we'd want them to have, it makes you realize that businesses that are willing to give someone a shot is really important.
At Cornerstone Montgomery, we believe that everyone can work in the community if they want to. They can live on their own, they can work on their own, or if they need help to do so, then we can help them do that.
We really try to increase independence wherever we can. For a lot of people, that means work.
Cornerstone Montgomery is a family organization. That's how I look at it. It's family. It's they care. It's loving. It's more than just a business. It's, getting people set up for success.
So he always makes sure he get the job done. Anything that you need to tell him, he'll make sure that he'll listen and he'll do it.
We really just think that working is incredibly important and want to make sure that service is offered to anyone that wants it.
So James is a great example of somebody whose life has been changed by Cornerstone Montgomery. In the early 2000s, he did not have a job, he was living at home, and he was struggling with his mental illness, with the symptoms. He worked with us for a while, and he ended up being admitted to the state hospital because he just really was having a hard time maintaining his life in the community. But after a couple years there, he wanted to come back to Cornerstone Montgomery, and we welcomed him back to one of our 24-hour group homes, and he started working with the employment program. And he was able to find a job down in Silver Spring, doing something that he really enjoyed, and he's sustained that job for over 5 years. And in fact, now he's been able to move out of the 24-hour group home. He moved into one of our apartment communities, and then he's now living in his own apartment.
Sometimes I give my own self hope that I can do certain things in life, and when people give me chances to do things, it makes me just feel maybe I can make a difference in my life.
The word hope means to me that you just have something to reach for. So even if you don't want to call it specifically a goal or a dream, you just have something to reach for.
Once you have a job and once you're working, you feel like you have a reason to be getting up every day. You feel like there's something that you're doing that's productive for other people, and as a result, you become more integrated into the community. You get to build relationships with people. You have something to talk about when people ask you, "How's your day going?" or "What are you doing?"
My one daughter sort of said, "I want to do something different. I've always wanted to do phlebotomy." So working with her specialist, they went and got with doors, coordinated all of this. She got an education through Montgomery College.
We provide supports to overcome any barriers that arise, but also we find that employees are happy with their work, stick around longer, and that's a big part of what we do, is helping match people with that job that they really enjoy.
Cornerstone Montgomery helped me found my job. At first was at Giant. Now I don't work at Giant no more. I work at Home Depot.
They can go grocery shopping and, buy more expensive groceries. They don't have to use just their food stamps. They can go and buy gifts for their family at Christmas time.
They want to give back. They are just like everybody else, and they want to be an active and important part of the community and have that be as part of their recovery. They don't want to be defined by their mental illness, and they shouldn't be, because that's not who they are. That's just one small piece of the big picture. And that is what we really focus on. What can you do? What does your recovery look like? Yes, it's going to include that little fact that you happen to have a mental illness, but it's also going to include the fact that you have family, you have friends, you have a place to live, you have a job, you have hobbies that you enjoy, you go to church or synagogue. That there are things that you want to do every day, every week, that are going to be part of your life and make you an active part of the community, the same right that everyone else has.
I'm telling you, I took off with cooking. They taught me a few things, and I just wow. I'm I can make so much stuff. I just love cooking for myself.
Cornerstone Montgomery has definitely given me reason to think that things are going to be okay.
One thing that I can take from Cornerstone is that having good people, good support, you basically can succeed.